Amazon's IMDb TV gets an interesting new name, CNN Plus arrives on Roku, and is HBO Max the third biggest streaming service? All that and more in this week's episode of Cord Cutting Weekly. Hi folks, and welcome to Friday, April 15th, 2022. This is Cord Cutting Weekly, the show where we wrap up the past week in cord cutting and streaming news. And as always, we've got a week's worth of headlines to discuss, including a new name for Amazon's IMDb TV service. Meanwhile, YouTube and Major League Baseball renew their streaming deal and more. But first, of course, if you haven't done so already, please do consider clicking on those like and subscribe buttons down below. Those are both great ways to support our channel, and we'd greatly appreciate it. And if this is your first time checking out Cord Cutting Weekly, just a quick heads up. For all of the stories we're about to discuss here, you'll find links to those stories included down below in the video description. And those links will bring you on over to our news website, cordcuttersnews.com, where you can stay up to date on all things streaming 24/7. And now with all of that laid out, let's dive into the news, starting with a rebrand for IMDb TV. First off, Amazon's free streaming service IMDb TV is getting a new name. Starting on April 27th, the service will go by the name Amazon Freevee. And while we can certainly debate the new name, and feel free to do so in the comment section down below, a name change does seem to make sense here. After all, the IMDb name already represents an established brand, and that was even before it was attached to a free streaming service. So perhaps this new name could clear up some confusion as Amazon looks to grow its free streaming option, including a launch in the UK last year and plans to launch in Germany later here in 2022. Amazon's also planning on ramping up its slate of originals on the service this year, and you can find out more in our full post linked down below in the video description. And yes, feel free to sound off about your thoughts on the new Freevee name, and look out for the name change starting again on April 27th. Next up, just a quick update on the deal between AT&T and Discovery that would result in a new media company known as WarnerBros. Discovery. Last Friday, so after we recorded last week's episode of Cord Cutting Weekly, the two sides announced the merger is now official. The closing of the $40.4 billion deal paves the way for, among other things, the combination of two streaming services, Discovery Plus and HBO Max. Before we reach that, though, the new company says it'll first offer the two services as separate packages, perhaps together as a bundle deal. Of course, we'll be keeping a very close eye on what the new Warner Bros. Discovery has planned for the future, and be sure to visit our news website, cordcuttersnews.com, for all the latest. Moving on, it looks like CNN's fledgling streaming service is expanding to include Roku devices. The service launched in late March on Apple TV, Fire TV, and web browsers, but notably lacked Roku support at first. And now Roku users can download a new CNN app through the channel store to gain access to the paid streaming service. And yes, we are seeing initial reports about CNN Plus's performance and popularity so far, but it'll be interesting to see if Roku support does anything to move the needle on that front. Time will tell. And hey, if you've given the service a shot so far, let us know what you think of the service in the comment section down below. Next, it's a quick heads up for Acorn TV users. Now, as you might recall, the monthly subscription rates for new subscribers went up in March. Meanwhile, existing customers will see the rates go up starting in May. More specifically, the new prices go into effect starting on May 10th. However, as we state in our full post on our site, that means you can still lock in the current cheaper price for a little bit longer if you opt for an annual subscription. You'll need to enter the code ANNUAL22 to get a rate of $59.99 for the year, which equates to the old $4.99 monthly price. And you can find out more in our full post link down below, but heads up for any Acorn TV fans looking to save a couple bucks. In sports news, YouTube and Major League Baseball announced this week they're renewing their partnership and bringing back the MLB Game of the Week live on YouTube. Those streams will include 15 games throughout the 2022 regular season, all available for free on YouTube. Those games start with the May 5th matchup between the Washington Nationals and the Colorado Rockies at 3:10 Eastern. And you can find the first half of the schedule laid out in our full post, linked down below in the video description. And speaking of baseball, we have another quick update on Peacock's deal to stream Sunday morning games this season. Those streaming broadcasts will go by the name MLB Sunday Leadoff, and as we reported last week, the slate includes 18 Sunday morning games. Again, those streams start off with a May 8th game between the Chicago White Sox and Boston Red Sox at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. And you can check out the full schedule of games included in MLB Sunday Leadoff in our post link down below in the video description. In other streaming news this week, National Geographic launched a new option called National Geographic Premium with Disney+. The package includes access to exclusive online content via the Nat Geo app and website, access to Disney Plus, and print issues of, yes, National Geographic. The subscription starts at $10.99 per month, but there are annual options for $109 or $190 for 2 years. And all those plans include access to Disney Plus, which costs $7.99 per month or $79.99 per year. And you can find out more in our full post, and if you do sign up for National Geographic Premium, let us know what you think of the offerings in the comments section down below. In cloud gaming news this week, we took a look at Luna. That's Amazon's take on cloud-based gaming services. If you've been curious about Luna and how it fares as a potential console replacement, be sure to check out our latest video. We tried out the cloud gaming service in a variety of situations and spent some quality time with Amazon's own Luna controller. The main menu should feel pretty familiar to anyone who's used a Fire TV device recently. You get a long list of categories arranged in rows that you can explore. There's a row for Prime subscribers, and there's another row for the aforementioned Retro channel. And hey, our colleagues over at Metacritic get a mention in their own row for highly rated games. Of course, you'll find a link to our latest topical deep dive in the video description down below. Last but not least, we've got some new data to discuss this week that suggests HBO Max saw some serious growth during the first quarter of 2022. And according to Just Watch, that growth puts HBO Max in third place among streaming services behind Netflix and Amazon Prime Video. In case you're wondering, fourth and fifth place on Just Watch's charts belong to Disney Plus and Hulu respectively. And yes, things could get even more interesting for the service when it eventually combines with Discovery Plus. Feel free to check out the company's latest stats in our post link down below. And by the way, how many of those leading streaming services are you currently subscribed to? All of them? None? Somewhere in between? You know where to let us know. And so there you go. Those were some of the top headlines from the past week. And as we always say at this point, thank you all for watching. And again, please do consider clicking on those like and subscribe buttons down below. They are a huge help to our channel, and they help signal to YouTube that it should keep recommending our content to more and more viewers. For now, though, I thank you all again for tuning in to Cord Cutting Weekly, and we'll see you all again next week. My name is Philip Palermo, and I hope you all have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Take care.